Okay, right here at Canal Park, looking out over the beautiful but low Lehigh River. Um, a lot of fish. I'm actually looking down and seeing a lot of fish in front of me. Don't know if you can see them or don't know if they're visible, but uh, just to give you a quick rundown. I had a chance. Orleans, the band Orleans from the '70s and '80s did a free show on Memorial Day weekend 2015 over at Levitt Pavilion Arts in Arts Quest, and I got there a little late. I couldn't remember what they did because I didn't look it up, but they sounded from somebody mentioned "Still the One," "You're Still the One," and I figure, okay, at least I know one song by them. So I got over there after they started, and basically it was really cool. I mean, the venue was packed, probably about 2,000 people there easily. No big surprise for considering it was Steel Stacks and Levitt Pavilion, but the band did. This is just a quick rundown review, not too much detail. The band, they did a great job on the variety. They did everything from soft rock to the blues, and of course they held off on their hits till a lot of their hits till the end. One thing I have to mention, the Orleans has a new album coming out, and they chose Levitt Pavilion and gave us the honor of excuse me, of being the first time that anyone heard that song. So it was actually really good. Make sure you check out their new album coming out, I think, in a month or two, they said. But from that sample they gave us, definitely worth a listen, definitely worth purchasing. But anyway, down to the quick review. Like I said, the show was originally scheduled for 90 minutes, and that's what everybody, they're real tight on that. But I got there roughly about 7:15. Yeah, by the time I got there, thankfully I didn't plan on sitting close to the stage because it was literally jammed. The reason why you see a lot of the video from far away is because there was no place to sit or stand until almost the end of the show, anywhere near the stage. Right into it. The stage show, it was what I expected for a band like that. Honestly, for a band from the '70s. I was born in '71, so I do remember them. It was pretty much what I expected. They really didn't move around too much. They pretty much stayed in the same spot, and kind of just did your average show. The music. This is one where, honestly, especially they held off on "Still the One" till the end. Especially in that song, "Still the One," the background vocals just were not there. I'm sorry. I cannot, point blank, the background vocals kind of sucked, honestly, and were really off. And also in "Still the One," it was almost like they forgot at one point. One of the band members forgot where they were in the song, and it was very noticeable. So the variety of music was excellent. Like I said, they jumped from the blues to the soft rock to something new, brand new that they debuted at Levitt Pavilion. But it just wasn't especially the background vocals on more than one song. "Still the One" being the most noticeable, killed it. I really hate to say it. The harmonies could have been better also. Onto the stage show music part and music down. Band interaction was fantastic and phenomenal. They made some jokes about, or joking around about each other. Band interaction, crowd interaction. I'm going to group this together. They were not afraid to, when they were talking to the crowd in between songs, they gave kind of a history of the band and the fact that two of the members died, and you could tell that they held back on the emotion, but it was real and genuine, not faked. Not like, okay, we're saying this with a yes. I believe it was one of the band members' brothers. Yes, he died, and it wasn't scripted. It was honestly, it was just improvised. That's the way it came across to me. And the jokes were actually really good. It got the crowd laughing. When they missed on one, they covered it, and bam, the crowd was laughing. So they got the crowd into it on the hard breaks. There were one or two slides which were done very well, but the hard breaks were the highlight because they really did. There really wasn't too much dead space in between songs. They were, like I said, they were constantly talking to the crowd, constantly joking with each other. I still remember the one joke where he said, "What's the difference between a band and a pizza? A pizza can at least feed a family of 4." Second time around, it's not as funny, but the first time it was hysterical. So, band interaction and crowd interaction was excellent. They did a fantastic job on that. Of course, they didn't get off the stage, but along with this goes into the crowd interaction, which really put it over the top. At the end of the stage, this is a major band here, especially, this is a major recording band. They could have just, at the end of the show, they could have just taken off and said, "Thank you very much, we got to go, see ya." But they made a point to let everybody know, "Hey, look, pick up one of our CDs or T-shirts, anything you, meet us at the table after the show, anything you want us to autograph within legal reason, we'll do it." And I actually had a chance to go up and meet the band, and this is a great bunch of guys. Real nice, real friendly, not forced, not scripted, not anything. They were genuinely glad that everyone showed up for their show and their performance. Everything was genuine and from the heart with, on when they were on stage, and also when you got up and when you went over to meet them. That's pretty much a quick breakdown. The dance floor, there's pretty much, whatever open space there is between the crowd and the stage. Okay, that's the dance floor pretty much. And it wasn't until Still the One right at the end, it was almost like the crowd was waiting for it and timed it. That is where they had whoever was left, they tried to get down in front of the stage. It was just, but people were on songs everybody knew their hits. People were moving, and everything else. But the dance floor was, I really, not really paid attention to it. The crowd response was very good because, like I said, at their jokes, if they bombed, it was either like dead silence and then the recovery part, and then the cover part of it, and then laughing, or just the crowd just laughed right away. But I will say one thing. It was almost like the crowd in this area, it was almost like the crowd was making the band work for it. Because throughout most of the show, a majority of the people there were just kind of were sitting there. I mean, it was a beautiful Memorial Day evening. A little chilly and cold for this time, towards the end of May. But a majority of it was really cool, and was everybody was just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the holiday weekend, and enjoying a great show and great music by Orleans. Quick wrap up. I'm actually going to wrap this up real quick, and I want to keep this short and to the point for you. Would I suggest seeing Orleans if you have a chance? Not New Orleans, just Orleans. Drop the new part. If you have a chance, yeah, definitely. Especially, it seemed they come across as the type of band where a fair or an outdoor venue is the perfect place for them to perform. They seemed relaxed. They came across as everything was natural and not forced, and it seemed more like their natural environment to play in versus indoors in a stage. But whether indoors or out, I would highly suggest to see Orleans, just because, especially if you grew up if you remember their music. If you don't, they have some new stuff coming out, and they have a great mix that even the younger generations can get into. Like I said, I was born in '71. That tells you how much of a dinosaur I am. So, yes, I do remember the T-Rex. But anyway, actually, at least learning about it in grade school. But even if you're not familiar with their music, like I said, I was told about the one song there and went there, and it's like they did a couple more. I'm like, yeah, cool. And there are other songs actually, their other music that I wasn't familiar with was very good. You know, like you said, they joked around, that got the crowd into it, and you know, and things like that. So I would definitely highly suggest seeing Orleans. Overall, I would have to give them. Honestly, I can't give them my top rating and nailed it, and I can't give them an average rating because they were above average, but because the background vocals were off at points, and also because of, and also due to the fact that they kind of still the one. Honestly, they kind of blew that song. Honestly, I would have to give it a rating of almost nailed it. Yes, I did just make that one up. It's been a while since I've done music reviews on a regular basis. What can I say? At least I remember the correct point by point. But they almost nailed it. And again, the only thing is, it was a great show. The music was great. The vocals were fantastic on most songs, but the background vocals were off. And when you blow one of your biggest hits, when you almost completely blow one of your biggest hits, I can't do it. You know, you expect me to be honest, and I am. If the band doesn't like it, if they even listen to this, and the band doesn't like it, and oh well, at least I'm honest. So, take care, everybody. It's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. The weather's holding out, but I'll tell you what, as you can tell, just give you a quick glimpse of it. Here in Lehigh Valley, we really need here in Lehigh Valley in the Northeast, we need the rain. It's been dry, not all that hot, but it's been a very dry summer. So, so spring so far. So take care, everybody. Stay safe in the night, and always, if you get a chance, make sure you check out New Orleans live, especially in an outdoor venue. I think you'll enjoy it more, and that's where the band seems to be. It came across to me as that that's where they're home as far as playing goes. So thanks for the support. Stay safe in the night, and always, if you're in the Lehigh Valley, you might see me around. You never know. Mike Phoenix, founder of the magazine. Later.